murders for no reason, cause it's killing to see some. Cause it's killing to see some. Ain't no moments in the street, shit went offense, no defense. Man, it's murders for no reason, catch a killing to see some. Everybody say Ryan wasn't slide when I was bleeding. Catch a body in the middle, that's what we do. We start dreaming, I fight demons in my sleep. There's some birds I can't shake. I was broken, had no money, got some cable on my plate. She was a show and beer wine shots. I fucked, I ain't escape. Got that drop, then we cooked him, all we did was sit that big. Got that rock and then we ballin', try to guard a nigga shake. My homie told about a bird, and I pray you doing time upstate. You gotta watch out for the snakes, they just smile on your face. They say I'm nutty for back and forth, cause he be gaming with the heat. Show aggression in your bait, we try to run a nigga chase. I'm tripping forward and get erased. All this murder on my mind, I'm trying to slide, give me space. All my closest homie leaving, how the fuck we just won't change. I got shot inside my legs, and I got grace right in my face. When Bird died 3 years ago, that's just a L I had to take. Baby died because of argument, that love really be fake. Dropped inside the beef beside them, but it ain't no copping out. All these demons talking to me, and sometimes I hear them out. Before I die, though, I'm chewing, so the ops what I'm about. I was smoking out of bed, cause I ain't never been no slouch. You gotta blame me while I'm chasing. A lot of niggas don't make it, money dying, I can't take it. All these deaths, this shit outrageous. Brady still locked in them cages. Big got book for all them bodies, and his life is what he facing. I took time, wish I could change it. My gon' die, that's what I'm thinking. In the streets, better be praying. Outside super cold, you run around, but have a blanket. You can be the most genuine when you got a bag and robbers take it. The outside super cold, you run around, but have a blanket. You can be the most genuine when you got a bag and robbers take it. Show aggression in your bait, try to run a nigga chase. I'm tripping forward and get erased. All this murder on my mind, I'm trying to slide, give me space. All my closest homie leaving, how the fuck you just gon' change? All my closest homies leaving, how the fuck you just gon' change?
Rams and Thriller, all I fuck with is ball players and killers. Niggas is just getting ill, I've been iller. Bank account, similar to Ben Stiller's. Dick down chicks all emerged in my vein. After I get them, send them with birds on the plane. I'm trying to be beefing with all these nerds in the game. Purple haze and heroin merge with the cane. Messing with Jada, another rapper found slain. Usually the haters that try to act around Dame. I've realized that you cats are Wild Wayne. I can't stop till my stacks are Yao Ming. Before you even know it, murder, bang. I ain't seen shit and I ain't heard a thing. You heard the name Jada. What's my motherfucking name? Jada. Who I ain't fucking with, huh? Y'all haters. Niggas better get it right. Bitches better get it right. Who? Jada. What's my motherfucking name? Jada. Who I ain't fucking with, huh? Y'all haters. Niggas better get it right. Bitches better get it right.
Michigan. All yellow diamonds on the lake like Michigan. All money hit clubs, all buying Christian. Playing like the Bulls, pay the full like Richard. Broke got rich, got poor, got rich again. And we the hottest, stuck in the blue Apollo. Not wear no powder, makes you see no collar. Took coat pennies and I turned to $1. Told Frank I was loyal, he called me Montana. Had my shit, I'm about my clique. I'm about my shit, I'm about my clique. No hating ass niggas gon' take my shit. No hating ass niggas gon' take my shit.
Devils, angels, we the ones who say what you can and what you can't do. Respect, power, kush, power, haze, Harry, pills, power, gangsters, garments, ice, garments, dawn shit, real niggas who I get it on with. When I'm around, my colleagues ain't comfortable. We all gotta sit with my verses for a month or two. Wrong nigga to have a problem with. The blade first and the bullet gon' follow with. Look something like food, but it ain't dinner. It'll get you lightheaded like paint thinner. Only time she with you is when I ain't in her. You a crooked loser, I'm a straight winner. Real sour, straight pissing, perk 30s. You can clean the money up, but the work's dirty. What?
What's going on, dog, folks? Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I mean? Just getting up early in the morning, working with dogs, smoking on some good. Want to talk about some dogs a little bit. You know what I mean? That's our Rock. One time won a Rock. He's a Carver dog on top, and he's a cur on the bottom. His mom was a cur, 12-minute cur. She had a 12-minute clock every time. She produced 3 good dogs in a litter. off of an old Carver dog. That's why I got Pat Pat nowadays. Because I seen that shit produce a good ass dog off of a cur. And yeah, that's my boy. And he's a one-time winner, one-time loser. And I stelled him out. I stelled him out on his second time out. This is his first time out. He's a 50-pound, 48, 50-pound chain dog. I think I took him down to 42 right here. He looked real strong this one. This was all natural. No treadmill. Nothing but a vitamin from the store. And bullshit ass food. And that motherfucker went in there right. And he beat a kingfish dog. That's why I also mess with the kingfish dogs. He beat a kingfish dog that was super game. And I had him. We had Rock, right? I was only like, this was like 95, 96. So I was like, I was probably like 17. Back in the good old days. I don't know. I'll do the math. I'm high right now. But we're going to talk about keeping your dog right. Right now, got to keep him healthy with the worms and fleas. Before every time y'all go to the shows and after, because you don't know what the other folks be doing. So I say don't do it right before the shows. Like we gonna go to a show in about 2-3 weeks. 3 weeks. So it's about time to worm them right now. Or we wormed our dogs last week, to be honest. That's what we did. We wormed them last week. And we'll probably worm them after the show just because of where they be stepping on. And then we'll probably worm them before the Jersey show. Before the second Jersey show, which is in September, October. So we'll worm them once in about 3 weeks, once a week ago, in about 3 weeks. I might not wait to the Jersey show. I might wait to 2 months. I might do the worming in September no matter what. And I'll wait a month or 2 months, 3 months for the next one. And when I was in season, I'm retired now. All I do is dog shows. I use the same enthusiasm I used to do when I was in the Wild Wild West days. I use that shit in the shows. I get the same rush. I don't give a fuck. I'm done. You know, other dog men get locked up. They get 6 months. And I don't know what they be doing to get the fuck out. Probation. Me, they try to get me 4 times. First time I got out on them. Second time I got out on them, I pled out. First 2 times I got out on them. Third time I pled out. Fourth time they got me. For these dogs, I did a total of 14 months, 38 months, 22 months. You do the math yourself. That's it. Sheesh. It's like 70-something months, 74 months for them damn dogs. That's why it's not for everybody. Them Carver dogs is good as shit. I love them. But the dog game is not for everybody. Listen, when I came home from doing the 8 years, I seen all kinds of people in the game. Well, I knew we was in trouble when it got too popular. And like 2002, the game was too popular. The dog game was too popular. And then when they brought the blues to the show, that was the worst thing they could have did. Because that's when all the police went there and they just infiltrated the Carter. And my thing is, they look at us, well, I'm not, I'm just a dog man, but they throw everybody in a lump. You doing dog, you showing dogs, you still part of the club. Nah. Maybe we look at y'all some type of way, but we was taught to mind our business when we was little. Because a lot of you people that go out your way to type on somebody's picture, somebody's story, somebody's achievement, and say some negative shit about their dogs, and somebody called the police, something wrong with you. You are a unique piece of shit, and there's a lot of y'all, and a lot of them have money. Yeah, the meek inherited the earth, because a lot of these piece of shit, bitch ass, weak people got a lot of money, and they're the ones that make push for all these laws, and all they do is pay the lawmakers to get the laws, and we too distracted. We too distracted with our life to come together, because the game, like I said, that's why we let too many suckers in the game. Because now it's divide and conquer. Them suckers ain't standing up for nobody. Nobody stands up for nothing. So ain't nobody gonna put their money up to fight these bitch ass laws that ain't really, they're all of 8th and 4th Amendment rights. Can't nobody tell you what you're gonna do in your property, what the fuck you're feeding, your food. Look, motherfuckers eat cows and chickens, rabbits. They hunt. We meat eaters. So if motherfuckers want to play with their food, it's our food. Let them play with their food. But they want to make laws and all that because they got the money, and something wrong with them. There's something wrong with us because they got their secrets. And we find out what they was doing behind closed doors. See, we don't give a fuck. They probably faggots, putting something in their mouth or in their butt they're not supposed to. But they gotta be some real fucking unique pieces of shit, weird ass people to be hawking people's pages and trying to lock people up for dogs. You wanna lock up a human being for a fucking piece of food that shits all over the place, that controls you, that you control top and bottom. These dogs are domesticated. There's our food. We designed these dogs. We don't tell you that you cross-dressing in your house. We won't say nothing about that. We don't say that you're doing some weird-ass shit, doing some weird-ass drugs. We don't say nothing about that. We don't care. We don't, I don't protest no fag or some fucking Karen communities. I don't protest. I don't care about y'all. So why y'all, you know what I mean? And the police, police is the worst thing. They go for anybody's feet and them. They're the same thing. Pieces of shit got something to hide, got put people in jail. What the fuck is you doing at your house? Nothing in this world, unless you're doing something to a child or a woman, or robbing somebody, going to somebody's house and stealing from them, or robbing somebody's property, or physically just gonna go do harm to somebody for no reason, like some criminal harm. That's the only reason you go to jail. Before the other shit, man, leave motherfuckers alone. You playing with your food and you can pay for it. Now, like I said, not everybody deserves to be in the game. That's what fucks everything up. It's like the streets. Not everybody deserves to be in the streets. We got some dog, man, 30 years, don't even know what the fuck they doing in the street, but they been home. Rat ass CI motherfuckers, but they been holding the whole time, fucking the game up. Yeah, the dogs got worse since back then. A lot of dogs been in some, because look, a lot of if you notice a lot of yards that are taken down, this punk ass motherfuckers in the streets is working with the police is taking them down. So they're taking out a lot of good people's dogs, and they're leaving all these piece of shit dogs. Now the thing about dogs is, if you still test them, if you breed them right, you'll get that. The percentages will get low, but you can bring the percentages back if you keep the breeding patterns and you start breeding them right, testing them. You breed the hunting dogs to hunt. That motherfucker, the best hunters, you breed that dog. You understand what I'm saying? You breed the fastest greyhounds. Not just because you like the color of this greyhound. And stop saying that a pit bull is a terrier and bred with her. The pit bull is the same thing as a greyhound. Pit bull was it a million years ago. They were in the same litter as a greyhound, a bloodhound, one of them foxhounds. You can say, look, the greyhounds are whippers, the bloodhounds, all them hounds, different hounds. There's a lot of different breeds too. They all came from the same thing. People just took them. All the mastiffs, they all came from the same thing. The dog, the game dog is just the direct descendant of that. It ain't no cross. Richard Stratton said it the best. You don't fucking breed a racehorse to a fucking mule to get a better racehorse, to get a wilder. Look at them little jackasses, them little mules, them little donkeys. They mean as hell. They be kicking like crazy. So you don't breed a racehorse to get to a jackass to get a nastier race. Like, the fuck would you do that? You lose everything. It ain't gonna be a faster horse. It might be nastier because it's stronger, but it ain't gonna be used for no racing. So back in the day when the motherfuckers, this sport was a king sport. I don't even think it lasted. Everybody keeps saying it came from overseas. I don't think that. I think these dogs always been around. I just think the overseas, them people probably had a lot of them because they've been around terrorizing the whole map. But I think them dogs, all them dogs is all from over Europe and all them, from them old terriers, the born terriers. No, they're not. Them crosses came from Ireland. You see how they came from Ireland? A different slide. And then the other sense that they came from the other side, from or Europe side. You understand what I'm saying? With the Staffordshire Bull Terriers and all that shit, they said they came from over there. Dogs was always everywhere. And then there was always the elite dogs, and there was always the cur dogs. Them lines been separated way back when. You can get a pit bull that looks like a bloodhound. Them red dogs, them old family, them Bolio Tombstone dogs. They look like that shit, them buck dogs. You can get some Eli dogs that look like a little terrier. They look like a little fucking whippet. It's not that they bred the pit bull to them dogs. It's that them dogs came from the same line as the pit bull. Fucking weirdos. They don't throw no terrier into no fucking bulldog to make it better. Do that shit now. Do that shit now. Go ahead and breed a pit bull to a fucking a Patterdale. Or go breed your fucking little bullshit bulldog to a Patterdale and then take that shit and go to the box and see how you'll do with that. It never happened. That's why you got all these bullshit junk breeds all over the place, all over the world. You got these big, weird-ass fighting dogs. You got these little mixed crosses. You got these ugly-ass bully breeds. You got this ugly-ass that. The only, see, back then it was all for purpose. You had your catch dogs, which is our dogs. Then you had the sight dogs, just hawk that shit down, which is the greyhound, that type of the greyhound species. Then you had the bloodhound type joints. They smelt it. That was all what the hunters needed. And you can get that type of dog in one pit bull litter. You can get a dog that's fast as shit, built like a whippet, built like a greyhound and a pit bull. You get a dog that looks like a fucking greyhound, a bloodhound. You get a motherfucker that looks like, you know what I'm saying? All in one litter. And the bulldogs and the ones that look all mixed, it's not that they bred. Everybody says, oh, the pit bull got this blood in it. No, they didn't breed the pit bull to that. I'm sure there's a lot of y'all idiots and a lot of people that did that dumb shit and then bring that bullshit back to good lines, fucking people and not telling shit and fixing papers. I'm sure that happens. The world is vast. Yes, a whole bunch of dumbass shit happens. I seen some bullshit. Everybody hang papers all the time. Everybody that got papers got hung papers before. Y'all guys think of dumb. The people. That's why I don't get involved about the history about the dog. These dogs is the purest fat form of that type shit. Ain't no cross with no terrier. Them terriers, they look like that shit. Maybe them terriers got crossed with that and then take it down back to the little breeds. You ever think of that? Anyway, yeah, when you go take the yeah, Rock was a good dog right there though. But when you take your dogs to different areas, they do a lot of sniffing. And they be touching shit like in the alleys. Or people with cats. Different dog shows. That's why you gotta keep your dogs clean all the time. That's why I had that video about the bleach treatments. I'm big on keeping my dogs clean. And then flea season is coming up. You know, Tractor Supply got the regular shit that's good, but there's an old remedy. I always teach the old remedies too, and I use them all. You can get that palm olive shit and motherfucking apple cider vinegar, and you can mix that shit in a big ass bucket, a couple buckets. And keep it in spray bottles. And you dump it all over. You can wash your dogs with it. And you can kill all the fleas with it in areas. If you see areas of fleas, wash that shit up with that. That's a cheap joint. And and if you have a fresh bottle of palm olive and a fresh bottle of apple cider vinegar, you got a lot. All you need is the water. You can make a lot like that. But Rock was a good dog. Them Carver dogs, the way they was bred back then. See, it's all about. I'm not asking nobody to break the law, but you got to check these dogs. I know once you buy a dog, like I said, if I was in the game, I'm not in the game. I'm retired. I'm too old. But you get a good bred dog. I mean, you gotta expand your chances. You breed it right. You say you starting off. Like I get a lot of phone calls with my turtle buster dogs. I'm gonna tell you how it is with the real spill, live experience. And I get a call from a lot of people since that Michael Vick shit hit. A lot of people that was doing bulldogs is like 47, 50 right now. They itching. And they don't want to break the law. They just want that dog again. A lot of people in their second marriages. You know, a lot of them got health issues. So when I advertise the Turtle Buster dogs, motherfuckers go crazy. They be like, yo, I'm trying to get, and this happened about 7 times. Right now, I'm not going to put them out there, but I can tell you 7 men, good men, and I can relate to them because I'm their age. they got out the game. See, when Michael Vick shit went down, I was on a run from the law for my drug sales. That's why I did my original 8 to 16 years from 2005 to 2013. I did a year and a halfway house, 2012 to 13, but it was 8 years. That was for drugs, but I was on the run. And before the Vic shit hit, it was the Boudreaux joint. And then when the old head that had Ratliff, the old head Ratliff, he was at the show, and I was on a run, and he tried to sell me a bitch off that bucket shit pregnant for $1,500. He said, I'll give you the bitch for a puppy right now. Ratliff was an alright dude. He had a crooked eye. You ain't know if he was like he was thorough shit. And he be talking to, I ain't know he was talking to me. And then he said it again and got loud. I said, oh, what's up, man? And we started talking. Man, that's one of the thorough. I don't know anybody say anything about him, but to me, he was thorough. I don't know if I met him at the right time, but that motherfucker was a shit. And this is before he got hit, this is after he got hit. And he was emptying out all his dogs. He was down to like 12, 15 dogs. And I think less than that, he was down to like 11 dogs. So this shit was real good. But yeah, he tried to get me a full litter off that bucket shit. I think he was off that one of his best bitches. And I couldn't get it because I was on the run. I still had my shit. I was trying to put him back in good hands, and I never went to good hands. They all fucked that shit up. So I couldn't get the dog. I had my scrappy shit at that time, so I couldn't really do nothing. I lost all that shit. Gave it to people that I thought they was thorough. They let that shit go down. Bunch of hating ass faggots. But good job. But put Pat in the cage first. And so they all got hit. Then Vic fucked it all up. But anyway, yeah, all them people, they be hitting me up talking about, I've been out of dogs for a long time, and these are the dogs that I want to come back in with. They've been done for 20, 25 years, and they come for that turtle buster shit. People know. Because if you get a good working turtle buster dogs, you got good ass dogs. And the ones I got, ask everybody that got a puppy from us. And they all good. They all show people. You know what I mean? I don't own, sell, none of that shit for no illegal shit. I've been done. But anyway, yeah, a lot of motherfuckers coming back in the game, they want that turtle buster shit. But that's what fucked the game up, was that too many people letting the wrong people in the game. Like all us old heads that are coming back in the game, want to have shows and have a good time, some barbecue and bulldogs. You gotta keep them barbecues real, like, 4 or 5 people, that's it. 2 people, 3 people. And I don't give a fuck if the motherfucking chef want to bring his friends. Nah. Chef come by himself, and the motherfucker, family member. That's it. That's how you do them joints. And all these young boys out here telling that, young boy, they the ones that get you cooked a lot. A lot of them get you cooked these days. So I say a lot of you old heads are getting these dogs, fight that urge. Keep it in the shoes, because them young boys will get you cooked. And the old heads that been out there, they in too deep. They been telling for forever. And just remember, the game is over. But them barbecues, you gotta keep them low. You know what I mean? Not too many people. You know, car only ride 2-3 people with you, and they only got 1 or 2, 3 people in the car. So that's like a total of like 6 people at the barbecue. 7 people the most at the barbecue. There's no reason to have any more than 6, 7 people at a fucking barbecue, because the fucking neighbors get nosy, and them little people, motherfuckers get drunk, don't know how to act. Somebody might have to get knocked out. That's quicker than 20, 25 people. You can pick up a hamburger or whatever, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Or if the people in the spot is sterile, you handle that situation right there and defuse it and continue the barbecue. You know what I mean? And ain't no motherfucking hammers. Motherfuckers get patted down. Ain't no cell phones. You leave them, because I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on in y'all life. So you leave them cell phones at home. We set this shit the fuck up a couple weeks before. You know, we can meet up and put, you know what I mean, swap something, I don't know. Swap some burgers. Bring the burgers down. We meet up a week before so we know where the spot at. So ain't no rap. And then get all that shit done. So the day of the barbecue, I don't want none of these unmotherfucking invited guests. And that's an automatic, you lose all your food. If you bring any uninvited guests, all the food that you put up a week before or whatever, that shit gone. And I'm out. I'm taking the food and everything and barbecue over. You and your people gotta go. Holla at me later for another one. That's how I gotta be. And if motherfuckers ain't disciplined to stand on that, you ain't disciplined to stand on doing no damn, you know what I mean? If the you know what I means come. If them folks come, I know you ain't disciplined to stand 10 toes if you ain't disciplined to stand 10 toes on them rules. Ain't no need to have 100, oh, that's my cousin, man. Them niggas don't need to be knowing what the fuck going on. That's the problem with people. Shit ain't a game. Pat, shut up. Shit ain't a game. There's no need to be playing the fuck around like that. I don't want to meet Cousin Pete and his punk ass girl. That bitch ain't standing 10 toes. If the motherfucking shit catch on fire, niggas don't know how to cook. So, like I said, it's all about protection of the brand. Protect them hams. You gotta worm them. I didn't protect Rock. That was my boy. That's why I got carving dogs now. That little motherfucker was a bulldog, and he scratched like a rocket. Good ass dog. But you know, barbecue and bulldogs, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, man. I smoked the blunt and start rapping about the good old days. But like I said, if you ain't disciplined to handle them rules, you lose all your, you know what I mean, all your food, man. And that's it. Because I know you punk ass ain't gonna be disciplined if the shit catch on fire. The game ain't for everybody. If you ain't understand what I'm saying, it ain't for you. Barbecue and Bulldogs, Super Bowl Sunday.